You didn't ask for it, but you need to hear it. Hot takes, a wild breakup, and a disgusting dog today. We're going to say what needs to be said, even if no one asked. She is Rebekah Black. I am Dan O'Malley, and this is Unsolicited. Fair warning to those that are queasy stomached. The video I'm about to show you is both shocking and disturbing. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Wow.
Oh,
Did you see the toenail fly?
I did see the toenail fly. That is one of the most disgusting things I have ever seen in my life. Thank you for sending it to me, Rebekah.
You're absolutely welcome. I just, for those of you who are listening and maybe can't see the video, that is a dog biting toenails of its owner.
And not just sort of haphazardly, but very specifically, because the entirety of that was him gnawing down the big toenail.
Yeah.
And then right near the end, after he shakes his head, and that's when you see the toenail that's when we see the toenail fly.
It
Fly. It flew and fly. Then,
like it literally flew like as if you were clipping your own toenails. Like, have you ever had a rogue toenail?
oh yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
it looks like I can't talk. It looks like a SpaceX rocket shooting off. Yes.
Yes. That's exactly what this dog did. He was able to somehow get it off and then make it fly.
And he went right back to the next toe.
First of all, I have a lot of questions here. Do we just not have shame anymore? Is there no shame in this world or on the internet?
What do you mean?
Meaning, like, first of all, magically, if I somehow figured out that my dog could eat my toenails off, do you think I'm going to post that on social media? No. My answer is no. That's a secret I'm going to keep to myself forever. I don't even know that I'm going to tell my significant other that the dog can magically eat my toenails off. But then you have this man here who is perfectly fine with just letting it all out there, letting everybody in the whole wide world know that his dog goes to town on his toenails.
On one hand, I'm just glad that it's just his toenails, as far as we know.
But again, this is where I question things like if he's doing the toenails, what else is going on?
Because if he's willing to post the toenail terrier, what's he not posting?
Exactly. Again, like this poor dog, it's not his fault. Like, can we call PETA on this situation?
So this is weird. So this is a great question because there are many, many instances where harm has come to an animal and there needs to be someone or some group to step in for the care of the animal.
Agreed.
There are situations, though, where animals really do thrive with having a job.
No, you are not about to say that this dog is like somehow serving his purpose. This is his corporate 9 to 5. Shut up, Dan.
I'm just saying, he doesn't seem to hate it.
Okay, I will give you that. But what did it take to get him to this point? Because you know there had to be some training involved. This dude probably smothered his feet in peanut butter to get the dog to like do his thing.
Yeah. I'm choosing not to believe that part.
Okay, so you're choosing that this is the dog's idea. Like the dog is the one that came up with this on his own.
I'm basically creating a narrative that can have me stomach watching the video at all.
But that's sad. That's what we have to do now. We have to create a scenario in which it's okay for us to be viewing this kind of disgusting, shameful content online.
And when we soak it up. Or we eat it up just like the dog is with those toenails. Oh, that's pretty good. I don't know if I've ever had so many dry heaves in the
I
beginning of a show.
Bro, I am the dry heavingest person on the planet. It takes very little for me to gag. Very little.
15-year-old me had a run in with some Crown Royal and some codeine and Arizona iced tea that might call you out a little bit. That was an hour and a half straight of dry heaving at 6 a.m. that I will never forget.
No, here's my thing. I feel like I have such empathy that I can put myself in a position of just being able to smell vomit or something like that, and it immediately makes me dry
Yeah.
heave.
It's fascinating because I think I've kind of grown out of that. I still remember this is amazing. And this is one of the reasons why my wife looks at me like the RCA dog at times. Because I have a horrible memory with many things, but some things my memory is so specific and spectacular,
Right.
it would floor you. For
Yeah.
example, I still remember when I was 5 years old, kindergarten. It's the group trip to the bathroom, right?
Mhm.
Girls go to their potty, the boys go to ours. In my in my
I can
kindergarten,
already smell this scenario, by the way.
not like I can.
Well, yeah, because you had firsthand experience, but I can
Mhm.
already put myself in your position.
Well, you're gonna hate this story then,
I hate you, Dan.
because not only are you going to relive this memory with me, you're gonna smell it. So there I am, 5 years
Yeah.
old, kindergarten, boys' bathroom on the group trip.
Oh.
I'm turning around from the urinal when other Danny, there were 2 of us in this class. I was Danny 1, Danny Prime, and then there was Danny number 2,
Yeah.
ironically, because
I know, I
Danny
was about
number
to be like, "No pun intended."
oh, this was very intended. I turn around from the urinal and Danny number 2 comes out of the stall, pants around his ankles and poopy smeared all over his backside. I remember this so well, I can still see the finger swipes in,
Stop.
swear to God, around his butt. He comes out of that stall and he's asking for the teacher to help clean him up. And
I'm
I am just,
sweating. I'm sweating, Dan.
you think you're sweating? Imagine what that teacher had to do.
This is when I'm like, teachers do not get paid enough, especially if you're like a kindergarten or a first grade teacher and you end up having to go and not only just wipe some poor kid's butt because for whatever reason they don't know how to do it correctly, but
Mhm.
now you got to be the maid too and you have to clean up the freaking walls.
You know, that's something that I never learned. I don't know that part of the story because I only saw what was wiped all over his backside and him calling out for help from the teacher to come in and help. I never went in the stall to see what that looked like.
You know it was explosive.
It probably
It
looked like the bathroom in Desperado.
it had to have.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Anyway, who's more disgusting in this scenario? The dog or the dude who's letting the dog eat his toenails?
Ugh. I mean, I gotta go with the dude here. I think he's the disgusting one to allow that to happen. It's not the dog's fault. Dogs are primal. They don't have like the human instinct or like, the code of which we live by. The human man does.
Is supposed to anyway.
Yeah. So like where have we gone wrong?
Well, the code that we all live by is now in shards on that guy's rug next to his toenail. We are back to unsolicited. Time now for Am I the A-hole? This is a great one, Rebekah, and this is one that is for the ages.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the Jurassic ages. Uh,
Oh, dinos?
uh-huh. A man went viral for asking Reddit, "Am I the a-hole?" because he broke up with his girlfriend because she doesn't believe in dinosaurs.
Uh, all right. I need more to the story.
I will do what I can. A 26-year-old man made headlines on social forums after breaking up with his girlfriend of 6 months over an irreconcilable clash in core beliefs. Specifically, her
I'm
reject.
sorry, hold on. Dinosaurs is a core belief?
Hang on.
Sorry, I literally am like, I don't know that that's anyone's core belief.
No, no. This it is an important question you ask because this is what drove a wedge into this relationship. Right?
Is this Ross Geller from Friends?
It sounds like it could be. 26-year-old man made headlines after breaking up with his girlfriend of 6 months over an irreconcilable clash in core beliefs, specifically her rejection of evolution and the scientific age of the planet. She insisted that Earth is only 6,000 years old and that dinosaurs were a myth. This is all rooted in her religious upbringing. She's not alone.
Mhm.
I've heard of this before.
I have too.
We live in Texas, more specifically, North Texas, the land of churches. This is not the first time we have heard of people and this core belief.
I will tell you, not to commandeer the story here, but when I was growing up, it was very widely believed amongst my friends that dinosaurs were not a real thing. And then I remember my dad taking me to, I think it's Glen Rose in Texas, where you can actually see like the dinosaur footprints.
Yup.
Yeah. And I was like, how is it my parents are like hip with the dinos and like nobody else's are? It was like, it was definitely a Christian thing.
It's a weird thing to be stuck around a bunch of idiots.
Like,
And
why do we have museums devoted to dinosaurs if they aren't real?
those
Like, why?
that's just an imagination place.
Okay.
Yeah. But I too have experience of being surrounded by morons. Third grade,
Okay.
I had just moved to Texas and went to a school in Dallas, and the teacher called it Boys Idaho. I looked around.
Oh,
I looked
no.
around. I looked around at everyone else in the class. And I'm like, that's not right. So I raised my hand. I'm in the back of the class, and she calls on me. She's like, "Yes," and I said, "Isn't it Boise, Idaho?" On
Yeah.
cue, the entire class, all their heads spin and look directly at me and all start screaming, "No, it's boys." I went home and told my mom, and then I was transferred to private school.
God bless your parents.
Yeah.
Boys, Idaho?
That was from the
Who?
teacher.
She's obviously had never been outside of, like, her own little city.
It's Dallas.
Stop. How can you can't be from Dallas and not know it's Boise.
Well, I have a story that it refutes you. And not only that, but she also couldn't do certain 3-digit math problems. So it wasn't an
Okay.
isolated incident. There were a few, and then by the end of that semester, my mom's like, "You're not going to that school next year. It's just
Yeah,
not going to happen."
mm-mm.
Anyway,
Ah,
back to our dino breakup. So the girlfriend insisted the planet is only 6,000 years old and that dinosaurs are a myth, which was rooted in her religious upbringing. While he initially tried to overlook the difference,
mhm.
I don't know how, he later realized it posed too great of a divide, like the Continental, especially when considering the future of raising children. Yeah, that'll throw a
That's
wrench into
true.
some stuff. In
Absolutely.
in his explanation, he said the breakup was not about winning an argument. It was about long term compatibility. He knew raising kids with conflicting worldviews on science, education, and critical thinking could lead to confusion and conflict. Despite hoping she might be open to different perspectives, he concluded that mutual respect does not always guarantee shared values, and sometimes love just isn't enough to bridge a fundamental gap.
I
So,
mean, he couldn't just let the kids grow up and decide on their own if dinosaurs are real or not.
okay, look, I'm big on self discovery, but there are just some
But
but there are just some things you're gonna know as a child.
yeah, I agree. At first I was kind of I was gonna hate on this dude. I really was. I was like, "Really? You can't look past the whole dino thing?" But when he starts getting into the fact that like how are we gonna raise our kids? And I'm like, and then I started thinking about flat earthers and how I could never date a flat earther. So yeah, this is a fundamental piece of knowledge I think you need to know. And I think you need to be on board with the dinosaurs.
Yeah, so I've been married so long that I never really got into the whole online dating thing. I've never used Tinder
Mhm.
for its purpose. I mean,
Right.
I've taken a drunk
Oh,
friend's
okay.
phone.
Whoa, hold on. What have you been using Tinder for there, bud?
Well, if you get drunk around me and you have Tinder on your phone, I'm gonna swipe on some folks.
Same. I will too.
And one particular night at a bar with one of our friends, my wife and I, played matchmaker for him.
Yeah, is that not the greatest thing in the
Oh,
world? I
it's
love playing matchmaker for people on Tinder or
it's
Bumble or wherever.
it's so much fun, and I say that because I've only been able to do it once.
Well, hold on. It's fun because it isn't you.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
somebody else. So who cares? Like
Well,
if
the
I
pro
swipe on somebody that's awful, oh, not my problem.
yeah, that I'm still gonna be entertained by it. It's like watching a
Exactly.
television show. Um,
Mhm.
now the problem is once he told everyone what we did, everyone started locking their phones around us.
Smart.
Yeah, on their part, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but this does bring up an important thing that you need to start asking people for your long-term compatibility. Maybe you have to start putting this type of stuff in your Jesus, in your Tinder and your Bumble profile, Hinge, whatever. Your future may hinge on whether or not you are interested in dating a dino denier,
Yeah.
or if like religion is going to play a massive factor type of situation, or like you even mentioned flat earthers. You want to know ahead of time
Mhm.
before you even start messaging someone if they happen to be a flat earther, if they happen to be a dinosaur denier. Are they someone who doesn't believe in the moon landing or things like this?
Right. I would think though, like, aren't there when you get onto these apps, isn't there like a whole questionnaire that you ask so that it makes sure it's putting kind of the right mental equivalency in front of you? Isn't there a questionnaire that happens?
Yes, and I remember I've done this for friends before. We did it as a radio bit,
Yeah.
years ago. I remember filling out a whole match profile for a friend of mine, and we used it on air, and it just got weird after a while because then it was just me messaging on his behalf, and I was like, This is weird. I'm done. You do this or don't do it at all."
Right. Take it over, please.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, like, surely there is a question that maybe isn't exactly dinosaur related or flat earther related or something like that that you would answer. And that would kind of give you a red flag into thinking, like, okay, this person maybe doesn't believe in the same things that I do.
I dated someone and I started to get concerned about a type of possible red flag because first couple times we went out, she didn't have her driver's license. And she
Mm.
had said like, "Oh, I think I left it at home," or whatever. And then I started wondering, "Oh no, is it possible she's one of these traveler types?" Do you know what that is?
No, I don't think I've ever heard of this.
Flat earthers, dinosaur deniers, and travelers. Travelers are people that believe they don't have to have legal documentation from the state or federal government to travel. They base their inalienable rights pre Bill of Rights back to like the Articles of the Constitution and before that, where some document randomly said the people of this land are allowed to travel without being infringed upon. Basically, it was like the Second Amendment, but for walking around.
Okay.
And these people hang on to that like it's doctrine, when in fact all these things happened subsequently that made that stupid and moot. But they still live by it, and these are people that get their windows bashed out by police officers for refusing to provide identification because they say they don't have to. They're great
I,
videos on YouTube because it usually ends up with them being electrocuted at the hands of a taser.
I was like, I don't even understand how you could possibly live like that. You literally need a license for everything. Like, how do you go and vote?
I don't think they do.
Well, then, no, they can all F off because if you don't have a driver's license to go and vote, you don't get a say in whether or not you have or can or can't have a driver's license.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, it absolutely does. So their official name is sovereign citizens. They believe that they are their own sovereignty. They are not citizens of the United States or Texas or Dallas or Houston or anywhere else. They just happen to live in a little pocket of their own world. And wherever they go, they believe they are their own sovereign nation slash entity, not subject to your crazy laws.
So then they're not bound by anything legal.
And you can usually see them from a mile away because they'll tell you who they are based on the bumper stickers on their car, which is not registered.
Their license plate is like 20 years outdated. They don't even
Mhm.
make it anymore.
Yeah, they probably just found it on the side of the road and they're gonna dink, 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 I'll slap that on.
I can't imagine if somebody were to just send me out and be like, "Live by your own rules." Do you know I would mess a lot of things up. Like,
Yeah.
we have rules for a reason. Like, things are in place for a reason, and that's sort of to keep things from being utter chaos.
Yeah. On the other hand, if I could find just enough infrastructure to put on an island big enough where I wouldn't go too stir crazy, I'm going to do some things right in Danistan.
Well, I mean, I do understand that mentality, absolutely.
But
But you're
that's
gonna
not
have some laws, right?
yeah, I'm not allowed to do certain things.
Exactly.
My laws would be very similar to the laws in Gremlins. Don't feed me after midnight.
Perfect. Perfect.
But yeah, no, if you really want to be super entertained, just type in sovereign citizens.
Yeah, that's this afternoon's task.
It's it's not pretty. It is it is quite something to behold.
Yeah.
So anyway, these are the types of things that they should probably put in the online dating profiles so you know ahead of time. And if you didn't meet through Timber or or
Timber.
Hinge and you meet the old-fashioned way, then these are the conversations you need to have on that first date. It's like, okay, what
Correct.
are some of your core beliefs? And let's start with question number 1. Are you nuts?
No one's gonna answer that honestly on a first date.
Touche. 5,000 new words were recently added to the dictionary, but are they necessary?
No.
And end of show.
Scene.
And we're
We're
good.
done.
Honestly,
Quickest break ever.
it's all we needed right there. Not going to waste a whole bunch of time on that. It's not like we're going to give the time and temp and the weather 15 times in an hour.
Oh, that's an old inside radio joke there.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll drop little nuggets like that on occasion. So
I
yeah,
love it. I love it.
5,000 new words were added to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, but are they necessary, Rebecca? No.
Again, yeah, I'm at a no on this. Here's the thing though, I do love the idea of them adding words to the dictionary, right? It's like never stop working on yourself kind of a thing.
Okay, sure.
You know what I mean? Because the
Yeah.
dictionary, it's smart, right? So they need to keep up with things. But there I do feel like we've maybe taken it a little bit too far.
I will say that adding 5,000 new words to the dictionary seems extreme. I don't even know if I know 5,000 words total.
No, I don't either. But I think what really, I guess, stirred me with this is that they're adding the word Rizz to the dictionary. Rizz, Rizz. Do you know what Rizz is?
I know it's like you've got like
Like,
this is one of those Gen Z, Gen Alpha terms that I didn't know that I just learned through context clues that it was basically okay, this person is cool, they've got swagger. So
yes.
is that right?
Yeah, yeah, it is. I would say on some level you have Rizz, on some level I have Rizz.
Oh hell yeah. All right.
Now, I mean, like, I don't know that I am necessarily like the coolest guy around, but I do think I do have a little bit of Rizz,
Would it be
right?
lame to say that like if you told someone like, hey, I'm Rizzy, then they're gonna look at you like, oh,
Oh, don't ever say that. The
exactly. Okay.
kids the kids will kill you so quick for that.
They'll probably give me a swirly and a skibbity toilet.
100% yes.
So that's why I am very cautious about any of these new terms. Using them, putting them in the dictionary is a different thing, and we're going to touch on that. But just using some of these new words, I am very cautious about because I don't want to use them incorrectly and then seem like an old.
No, that's exactly it. You don't wanna be cringe.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't want to be cringe.
No, nobody wants to be cringe. I totally understand this. So you guard yourself a little bit when you are talking to the youths. Um,
So much so that I have a tendency to just stay away from the youths.
same. I do have a lot of nieces and nephews, so therefore I have to be somewhat up to date on the words. Like I
Yeah.
can't be completely uncool.
Yeah.
But my whole thing about Riz is like, isn't Riz technically already in the dictionary?
I don't know. Is it?
It is. Riz is short for charisma.
It is?
It is, yes.
Ah! Ah!
Get it? The Rizz charisma.
Yes, now it makes sense. I had no idea this whole time. I
Really?
didn't. I had no idea where it actually came from. I didn't know where the Riz was. If it's
Yeah.
Rizz, how do I put that in the middle of charisma? Because there's no Z's in charisma.
I mean, I'll give you that. It's a tough translate there. Like, I'll give you that. But yeah, charisma. We already have had this word. We've had this word for a million years. Why do we need its like slang term to be in the dictionary?
We don't. And I'm with you. If you want to make a separate slang dictionary, like Urban Dictionary, one of my favorite spots on the internet,
Same.
then put it in that. Look, I am a purist. I believe wholeheartedly in the Lord my Savior, the Oxford comma.
Yeah. Oh God, I love a comma.
I love a good comma, especially the Oxford comma. Mhm. So I
Yeah.
want, and my wife doesn't. It's one of our great battles in my
The
marriage.
great debate.
She is modern and doesn't care
Mhm.
for the Oxford comma. She thinks it's unnecessary. I am a traditionalist. I want my
Same.
Oxford comma.
Same.
Anyway, she believes in commas in general. It's not like a dinosaur thing. She just doesn't
Oh
think
God,
that.
that would be hilarious. She's just one run-on sentence all the time.
Yeah, thank God we're not dealing with that type of scenario.
Whew,
But
close
yeah,
one.
so I know Merriam-Webster will start adding in these new words, and it
Yeah.
used to be like a handful each year. So I'm not used to the like 5,000 number. That is
Right.
definitely extreme. But at one point, I think they were only adding words to the online version of the dictionary, not the print
Okay.
version, which I believe Merriam-Webster was treating like the word Bible. So
Okay.
they're not, unless they've changed it,
I don't know.
they weren't going to be adding things like Rizz or beast mode into the hardbound Bible version of the dictionary. The online thing, fine, we'll put it in there. So I hope
Okay.
I hope that they've maintained that.
Thank you for clarifying that. That's giving me so much peace of mind because I really was thinking we're about to hit a point where it's going to be the dictionary, right?
Mhm.
And Urban Dictionary. And then we're going to combine as one. And before we know it, we're no longer going to have dictionary and it's just going to be Urban Dictionary. And then we're going to have ourselves an idiocracy situation. Not that we aren't already almost in idiocracy.
Oh, we are.
By the way, that's a movie. If no one has seen it, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend.
It's a movie that is, over the course of its lifespan, has
Yes.
moved from comedy fiction into documentary.
You are absolutely correct. Anytime I watch it, I will post about it because it is absolutely and easily in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. And when I post that I'm watching it, I'm like, "This documentary is so good."
Yeah. In addition to it nailing reality show slash
Yeah.
wrestler in chief,
Yes.
Crocs. You know how popular Crocs are today?
Yes.
They were central. They were a central item to the plot
Mhm.
and to setting up the future in the movie
Mhm.
Idiocracy.
You know the backstory of that, right? They literally were like, "Go find the ugliest shoe on the market that you can find. That's what we want everybody to be wearing."
In the future.
In the future, exactly. So they go out, they find these shoes, Crocs, and they're like, "Oh my god, these are the worst shoes you've ever seen. They're so ugly."
These are the
To a
Pontiac Aztecs of feet.
Oh my god, yes. My in-laws had one of those, by the way. Um, anyway, so they get to a point before they had started filming and they're like, "Ooh, maybe we shouldn't use Crocs. Maybe this is too, like, mean. We're gonna ruin this company." They legitimately had a question of that they might actually ruin a company by putting them in the movie.
Mhm.
I don't know where along the way they were like, screw it, let's do it. And they put Crocs in the movie. And then fast forward 20 years later, and Crocs are literally the most popular shoe on the planet right now. I think everybody I know has a pair. I will never have a pair, but to each his own.
I tried. I tried.
No, you did not. I
Hang on.
heard they're comfortable.
Hang on.
Sorry, I get
So
mad. They're so ugly.
you are so judgy.
Yeah, I am very judgy.
Thank you for that, though. I tried Crocs years ago for yard shoes.
Yeah, okay.
So I had them. I mean, we're talking like 2006 to 2008, you know,
Right. I
time
can
frame.
25% accept that.
And then I had some like five years ago or so. again, I had them for yard shoes. At the time, we had chickens. And so those are the shoes I kept by the back door that I would wear into the backyard to take the dogs out or go
Mhm.
do something chicken or pool related.
'Kay.
That's what those shoes were for. Now they're used for everything.
Oh, so you're a convert then.
Oh, wait, sorry. I need
I thought you were gonna tell me this great story about how you tried, and then now you never wear them.
no, 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 definitely not. I'm sorry. I said that poorly. Now I do not own any Crocs, and I certainly don't own any Croc charms. Uh, but
First of all, something super creepy about a 40-year-old something man with croc charms.
from
That's a red flag.
from experience, I can tell you, you have no idea how right you are. But I do not own Crocs anymore.
Okay, thank God.
They were my yard shoes, and they eventually got lost, damaged, whatever, and I didn't replace them because I didn't care to.
Okay, whew.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. I'm
So
very happy to hear that.
not a great story, but just offering some context that I have tried them.
I mean, I appreciate your willingness to, go a little bit outside the box and try something that maybe you normally wouldn't do or wear. I appreciate that because that says something about you as a person. But then to make the decision that they suck, good job.
I limited it to the backyard and never in public.
Right. Oh, God bless you. Like they should. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I will never get it.
Are Crocs the word, not the shoes? Are Crocs in the dictionary, in the Merriam-Webster dictionary?
Ooh, that's a good question. Surely by now they are. They have to be, right?
Well, I mean, if they're adding 5,000 new words to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, I'm assuming that's in there, along with some other words that I probably have no idea about. Like, I just learned about Rizz today. I knew what it was, but I didn't know
Right.
where it came from. So now I'm glad I know that.
Yeah. Now you're cool. You can be hip with the kids.
So I can use Rizz.
Yep. Try it. Try it. Say it in a sentence. Let's hear you say Riz, and you got to pull it off cool.
All right. I can't. I just can't. I'm sorry.
That is,
The
that's
only thing I
exactly
could come
what I
up,
wanted.
the only thing I could possibly come up is like, that guy's got Rizz. That's all I got. That really, meh. The reason I'm going to, I hate being vulnerable, and I'm going to keep doing it on this show. How dare you? You pull this out of me. So the reason I know what Rizz means is because of a video I saw on Instagram that showed Tom Holland in a movie. It might be at the beginning of Now You See Me 2 or something.
Right.
And it shows him interacting with this female with a couple little magic tricks, and he picks her pocket. And the title of the video was Tom Holland has Rizz. And
Yeah.
so because of the video and the context, I was like, okay, now I know what Rizz means. But
You're
I
like,
didn't,
yeah, he does have Riz.
yeah, but I had no idea it was short for charisma.
Yeah, charisma. Ye old charisma.
Speaking of ye old,
Oh no.
and Merriam-Webster. You know how there's some social media accounts that you just need to follow?
Mm-hmm.
Wendy's is an all-timer.
Yeah, so good.
Wendy is queen of snark.
Agreed.
Merriam-Webster is not far behind Wendy's.
Yep.
Especially from just a few weeks ago when Merriam-Webster posted, booty and butt are synonyms. Call and dial are synonyms. But a booty call and a butt dial are very different things.
Yes. Yes. Oh, their social media people don't get paid enough.
No, they do not. They absolutely do not. They are a treasure, and they are to be heralded. Much like we are, if I may speak so boldly with just a splash of Rizz.
Oh, you did it.
If you are listening to us, follow the show so you don't miss an episode. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. For Rebekah Black, I'm Dan O'Malley, and this was Unsolicited.